Silver shareholder here. I would have liked to have been doing an unboxing video. Unfortunately, my order is going to be delayed a little bit. I'd put in a check to take advantage of the free shipping on the Zombucks that Silverfish VT brought to us. And unfortunately, when I sent it out, I forgot to put a stamp on it. So it's a little embarrassing. The check came back to me. I called them to see what I needed to do, and they were really good about it and didn't seem too concerned. They said, just send it off to them and they'll wait for it. So my order will come. It'll just be a little bit delayed, but it was pretty embarrassing. I forgot to put a stamp on the thing. So, and I wanted to talk a little bit about unboxings. I'd always thought that the unboxing was a little strange. I've seen them on a lot of your videos, and I enjoy them, but I'd always thought the whole unboxing was a little, I didn't really understand it. And I've seen a lot of unboxings with other things too. I mean, I've seen people unboxing phones and all sorts of different stuff. And I had a problem with a company where I'd ordered something, and I'd ordered two, and I only got one, and it was from a big company too. I was surprised. It's, one of the big players. And I opened it up and I freaked out because it showed that I'd ordered two, I'd paid for two, and I only got one. And I was pretty concerned that, I might not get it, or I might have a big problem with it. And I emailed them, I called them. I got it after hours, so I started emailing them, and then I called them, and they said they'd look into it, and supposedly they record the boxing process. So they reviewed it and said, they did leave one out and they were going to send me one. So I ended up getting the item, but at that time I realized that the unboxing is probably, not only is it a good video to see what you got and what's in the package and that kind of thing, and also to see how they package their product and that sort of thing, but also for security purposes to show, here's your package, you're opening it, this is the contents, in case there ever is a problem where, say, you're missing something or something's damaged. So, I mean, not that it's foolproof. I mean, I'm sure you could tamper with it and then make a video after the fact, but it adds another level of legitimacy, I guess, if you've got an unboxing and you open it up and you're missing something. So I didn't have one on that occasion, and I didn't need one. They made it right, but I was all freaked out that I was missing something, and probably would have felt a little better about it had I had an unboxing video with it. So just, my thought there on that. And they did make it right with me, but I was kind of disappointed because they didn't apologize. So to me, that would have gone a long way where, they made a mistake. And for me, on my order, that was a pretty big mistake. I'm sure to them, it's not that big a deal. But to me, it was a big issue. And if they just said, hey, sorry, we screwed up, I mean, that means a lot to me. So they didn't really apologize, but they had no problem in making it right, never questioned it or anything. But I was all wound up for a day because I was missing something. And so, yeah, anyways, I just wanted to talk to you about my latest event here with the swap meet. And this coin, I'd had it out. It's a Libertad 2003. And I had a guy who came over, and he was checking things out, and he seemed interested in everything, and, he asked me about this, and so he picked it up and asked me the price and whatnot, and he puts it in his pocket, he reaches in his pocket with the coin in hand, and I thought that was kind of strange, but, okay, whatever, I'm being pretty relaxed about my policies there. I kind of want to know what you guys think, what the policies should be, because people are pretty hands-on, and in one way you don't want to tell them to get their hands off of your stuff, but a lot of these people don't have, I guess, proper etiquette when it comes to coins and bullion and things like that, or, even just valuables. But I've always been of the mindset, that silver is silver, and, I'll throw it in a pile or whatever, but I've seen a lot of people's videos where they're talking about condition and minor imperfections, and I've realized when you go to sell something, those minor imperfections could really bother a potential buyer and create problems for you when it comes to sell. So anyways, the story with this is this guy picks this thing up and reaches into his pocket with the coin in hand. So now I'm assuming he's buying it and he's putting it in his pocket beforehand and getting the money, which isn't, it's not called for, it's not proper procedure, but hey, whatever, he's throwing it in his pocket. But instead, he's reaching in his pocket and then he pulls it back out with some kind of piece of metal with him. I don't know what it was. I don't think it was a ring. At first I thought it was a magnet, but it wasn't a magnet, I don't think either. It was some kind of piece of metal he had. It might have been some kind of a ring, but I'm not sure what it was. So he reaches with the coin in hand into his pocket, pulls out some piece of metal, and whacks my coin with it. And he does it a couple times, and then he tells me it's not silver. And so I tell him he's wrong, and it is silver, but whatever, if you don't want it, that's fine. And he, tells me it's not silver, and I explained to him that it is, and I've got receipts and stuff, but whatever, if he doesn't want it, that's fine. So now he's kind of got me freaked out now. Oh, and I asked him, did you switch it? Because, he could have reached in his pocket and switched the coin. So I'm saying the one that you picked up from my table was definitely silver, but I don't know if you might have switched it or something and, reached in and pulled out a fake one. So he kind of emptied his pocket a little bit to show that he didn't have it. He didn't thoroughly empty it, but I don't know, he could have still had it in there. Maybe he didn't. I wasn't really trying to, search him or causing a big issue over it. But it just kind of freaked me out, and I wanted to know what everyone's thoughts on, how you deal with that kind of thing. I mean, people are going to want to feel the coins, maybe, check them with the magnet or something. And it's understandable, but if you're not going to buy the thing, why are you hitting it with a piece of metal? And so this kind of ruined my day, and so afterwards, now I'm looking at the coin, I'm feeling the coin, I'm banging it and, trying to listen to the sound and everything and comparing it, and I'm pretty sure he didn't switch it, and it's definitely real silver. It's a real Libertad. So I waited. I did a specific gravity test on it, and it's silver. It's it's genuine. But so he freaked me all out. So for the rest of the day now, I'm looking at the coin and questioning the coin, and I wondered too afterwards. I thought maybe he's thinking of 90% silver because the pure 999 bullion versus the old 90%. The 90% makes a little bit of a different sound. It has like a higher pitch ringing, kind of a ringing sound to it. So I wonder if he was looking for that sound, or maybe he's just crazy and he wasn't going to buy it, or he's just giving me a hard time or whatever, or doesn't know, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But it kind of ruined my day. And so for one, it just freaked me out that he said it wasn't real, and then on top of that, why is he sticking a coin in his pocket before he's purchased it? And why are you whacking somebody's stuff with a piece of metal? So to me, it's just bullion, and I'm thinking it's probably worth the same amount today as it was yesterday before he whacked it with a piece of metal. But to some people, those little things, I can't see anything on it, but there's little scratches and stuff. So just if you're gonna hit somebody's coin with a piece of metal, you're ruining the value of it to some people. And I just thought I'd share that with you. What do you think? Should you tell people to keep their hands off your stuff, or do you let them mess with it with the hopes that they're buying it? I really don't care. If the guy had bought the thing, I only would have made $2. So it's like, here I am with some guy questioning the authenticity of my silver, and hitting it with a piece of metal and stuff. And if he buys it, I'm only going to make maybe $1 or $2 profit. So it just kind of makes me wonder what I'm doing. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll be back with another video soon. Thanks.